So, hi everyone. I'm here with Tikva Seinfeld, the owner of the Rapunzel Baltimore Boutique, and we're going to talk a little bit about children and teenagers and being a mother that raps. This is a subject that has come up in my circles many times that I don't really have any experience with. So I'm going to hand it over to Tikva, who's going to talk a little bit. You didn't always rap with tichels, right?
So I always wore like Israeli tichels.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it's only been about 4 years since I've started wearing a shaper with rectangular scarves.
And so 4 years. So how old were your teenagers then when you started?
Let's see, 14,
Yeah.
16, 14.
Wow. So how was your reaction? Like I remember you said that it wasn't necessarily the most positive reception when you started, right?
It was a big transition for them. They thought it was kind of strange.
Yeah.
Especially when I wanted to dress up.
Yeah.
And usually when I dressed up, I would put on a shaitel. And
You mean going to like a wedding or something?
even on Friday night or
okay.
any occasion. PTA Meetings was a big one.
Oh, yeah, because their mom looked different.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so it was like, oh, do you have to wear that? You know, can't you put on your shaitel? And it was very challenging.
So
Yeah.
what did you do then?
I think at the beginning, I often would put on my shaitel, but I felt like a real kind of pull in a direction that I didn't want to go. Like, no, this isn't me. Like, I'm happier in my tichels. And I started just saying, no, this is what I'm wearing. And
Like by then, I'm assuming you were wearing your tichels more during the week, so they were getting used to it by then.
right.
Wow. So how long did it take until it felt normal?
Couple years,
Yeah.
really.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know. Yeah.
Wow.
It was definitely, something that I just had to kind of stick up for myself. Thank God my husband was very supportive, so I didn't have any
that's
challenges in that way.
So, like, what would you like when you say stick up for yourself? Like, you don't really seem like a stick up for yourself sort of like, but like, what would you say?
No, I would say, no, this is what I'm wearing, or this is how I feel comfortable, or, I like the way I look in this. And it kind of went from, comments to no comments, like, no comments on that, to, oh, that looks really pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what you're at now.
That's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even a couple years ago, anticipating my son's bar mitzvah, which is this Shabbos, my kids were like, "You're gonna get a new shaitel for the bar mitzvah, right?"
And you're like,
"No."
yeah, I remember you posted pictures of it. You wore like amazing gold and like, was it golden navy or something?
Yeah.
I remember something. So good. So I guess what you're saying is really important is that if you feel internally beautiful and confident, even if someone has some resistance towards it, like if you just consistently say, hey, no, I like this, this is how I feel the most, like, someone that loves you is not going to, even no matter how she feels about it,
Right.
they're not going to say like, Mom, I want you to feel not authentic.
Right. And I think it comes with maturity, and I think it teaches our kids an important lesson that you have to live authentically to yourself, and however you want to cover your hair into the mitzvah, whether it's with a shaitel or a snood or a tichel, it's how you feel. And when you walk around in your most authentic self, people will pick up on that and they'll be accepting of how you are, as long as you feel confident.
That's really true.
Yeah.
It's amazing how like when you feel really internally whole with what your decision, like you can almost take anything that the world throws at you,
Right.
and the world will respond, as you're saying, even if it takes you.
Right. If you walk around feeling insecure because you're wearing something that doesn't feel right to you, I do think people pick up on that.
It's true. So what would you say to, like, let's say a mother whose teenagers, or young children might give her some resistance, but who also is not really at the stage where she's feeling 100% confident? Would you tell her to rap in private at first, like how should she get to that point?
Yeah, I would tell her to rap in her most comfortable environment first, and just get a feel for it and see how she feels. Maybe venture out to 7 Mile, maybe venture out to a coffee.
7 Miles, the shopping store.
That's my second home besides Target.
Exactly.
And just see how she feels. How she feels doing that. When her kids come home, and see how they how they respond. And And you know, some people will just say, no, this is just not for me. And
Yeah.
other people will say, you know, I really, really like this, and I want to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, because you said you encountered a lot of women who have this conflict with their kids, like that they would love to wear tuchels and love to do what you're doing,
Yes.
but my kids won't let me.
My kids won't let me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know, like, even raising toddlers, you know, I've even fallen into this trap myself, where, you know, well, they wouldn't let me put their shoes on. So, like, what do you mean? Like, we have to, you know, our children are not our bosses, and they.
It's true. The shame
It's our job to embarrass our children anyway, and I think that they gain a deeper respect when you are who you want to be, and it might just take some time.
Yeah, and they might not realize it now, but in the future, when they're faced with some sort of decision where they have to be authentic, they're going to remember what you did and what you taught them.
Right.
To that.
Right. Right.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing those thoughts. I hope that helps some of you ladies. And, you know, even if you're someone that raps confidently, whose parents or kids or family loves what you do, if you have a friend that might be on the fence and feeling a little less confident about it, please share this video with them, and hopefully it'll give them some strength to maybe take that first step. Okay? All the best, everyone. Bye.